Team Cureño KOR de Sports. We're here with my tocayo, as always, Stephen Espinoza. You're like one of the few people I say that to, and Steve Pratt.
Yeah. Right. It doesn't hit the same, though, right?
Right, yeah. You know, I have to explain it to him,
right.
you know. But, yeah, anyway. Here we are, brother. Here we are. The biggest one that could be made, I feel like, in all aspects, right? Not in the hardcore boxing fans, like, heart, and also in, like, the, you know, maybe casual fan or maybe non-boxing fan. Would you agree with that?
I think so, and it's turned out to be even bigger than we thought. You know, we hoped when we made the fight that it would catch fire and spread, you know, from the boxing hardcore to like the general sports to even beyond that, and we're seeing that and feeling that happen. So I think, you know, that was our hope, but now that we're here on Wednesday, it's bigger than we expected. You know, it is surprising us a little bit, and that's from every metric. When we're talking about the pay-per-view pre-buys, if we look at the gate, if you look at just the general, you know, feeling around Vegas, it's a big fight, and I would say it's as big as anything we've seen since Mayweather.
I would agree, man. I haven't seen the buzz of something like this for a very long time, and the fighters are helping it along, right, with this bet that, you know, happened before fight week even started. I mean, you know, they agreed to it on the live, but I don't know. Is any update on that? I feel like that's not smart, right? I mean,
well, you know, I was as surprised as anybody, but it was pretty definitive. It was sort of like, hey, are you sure about this? Are you sure we're doing this? Look, it looked pretty definitive. Now, look, you'd love to hear it because that means you've got two really, really confident guys.
Yeah. Do you have an update on the bet? I don't know if you're really involved in that. Maybe it's just team on team, but I don't know. Any updates? You've heard anything?
You know, there have been discussions. Like, you know, it didn't fall and go away. There's still discussions about, you know, hey, look, how do we implement that? Are we serious? Did anybody wake up and get cold feet in the meantime? So, you know, it's still a developing story, but it's not dead yet.
Well, I know Ryan said earlier that he'd signed the contract. I don't know. Can you confirm that?
He may be ahead of me. I know that there were, you know, talks about being drafted. That something was being drafted. So the reality is, if he said it is, then I have no reason to doubt him.
Wow, I've never heard of that. Never heard of that before.
I can't think of a winner take all. I mean, certainly there have been money at stake, but not everything.
Right. Yeah. No, it's pretty incredible. It's pretty crazy. You know, the rumor is, you know, that we're getting an announcement on Saturday. So I want to check the temperature here with you a little bit. You want to break something sooner here? Or?
Well, look, I'm not saying it won't happen. I would say, look, at this point, there's nothing planned. Now, look, it doesn't mean that, you know, we have a big breakthrough this afternoon and everyone decides to jump on a plane and do it Saturday. But I wouldn't hold my breath on that. But you know, there is progress being made. There are still active discussions. We're getting close now. The only reason you hear a little bit of hesitation because we were close last fall. We were very close last fall, and yeah, it fell apart. So, you know, I don't want to get over anxious. Like I'm as disappointed as anybody else, like we all were. But we've definitely made a lot of progress over the last few weeks, and are getting very, very close.
With that Spence Crawford fight, would you say it's a little closer than it was last time that you thought it was? Definitely.
Without a doubt, we are closer now than we were, you know, at that point. Now, we were 97-98% of the way there, so if we're closer than that, then what does that make us, 98-99%?
I was going to say, was it like 99 point something now? Or?
But, you know, I'm a big proponent of saying, look, it's not done till it's done. So, yeah, look, being 98% done is better than being 80% done, but it's still not done.
Right. It's until the ink is dry, right? We can't be safe. Can you give me like a time frame of the possible? Is it summertime? I mean, I know June 17th was the date, but I believe you said probably not.
Yeah, June. You know, I think that was people putting two and two together. You know, with PBC and TGB having held a date on June 17th, and people saying, "Oh, let's put two and two together." That two and two didn't necessarily go together. Mm-hmm. So June 17th would have been really aggressive. It's still really aggressive. You know, that's less than 2 months away, and that would be rushing it. So I think if we're able to get it done, I think it is this summer. And but I'm still really hopeful that, you know, that's what we'll be able to announce hopefully soon.
Man, Stephen, we're hoping, man. We're all kind of,
Well, I mean, if you look at it, and you know me well enough, I don't like to toot our own horn that much, but if in a span of just a couple of months, we've got Benavidez Plant, we've got Davis Garcia, and then Spence Crawford, that's got to go down as one of the best runs in sort of recent memory.
Yeah, it's crazy to feel a little spoiled as a boxing fan with all that lineup, man. It's an unfamiliar feeling for sure. Stephen, thank you so much for your time, brother.
All right, good to
Can't
see you,
wait,
bro.
can't wait. Thank you.